I've been getting a lot of questions like this question right here about my size, and also how do I know what size to get from Shein. On the top, I'm actually a size small or an extra small, but mostly small because I've gained weight. If it's a slim fit, I get a small because that means that the top is going to be tight. If it's a regular fit, I get an extra small. If you go on Shein, there is a size guide. It guides you and shows you exactly what the measurements are. So on the size guide, there's like slim to oversized, I think, and then there's like a ruler of some sort that indicates what type of a fit you're going to be getting. And then now let's move on to bottoms, which for years I did not get bottoms because I'm short and I'm on the thicker side. I'm a size 34 to 36 in South Africa, so which is like a medium to a large, but sometimes depending on the cuts I can also get into a small. My bottom sizes, I look for 108 to 111. I don't go for something that is over 111 because that is going to be too big for me. And then the length, it has to be 104.5 or 105. If it's longer than that, I'm not gonna take it because it's going to be ridiculously long on me. On my Shein, I've selected everything on UK. I made that like a default size to be on the UK. So when I see sizes, I also see, like, they'll show me the size, the default size of the item. Like Daisy, they'll go from small to extra large or whatever, but then they will have on the brackets my UK sizes because I chose that as my default size, so that I know exactly what size I'm getting. Like a UK 10, I know that there's usually like a medium, but then here it's an extra large for this Daisy, right? And the large here, the hip size is 103. That is not going to fit me. Now this is where I'm going to go and look for this, like for the fit type. It's a regular fit. It has no stretch at all. That was a denim, and now let's look for like formal pants. Also from Daisy, the length is 105 for an extra large, which is perfect. And then hip size is 104. It's between regular and oversized. It is going to fit me because it is going to the oversized, so I can get the UK 10, which is an extra large. There's few shops that I can get jeans from and get pants from because of height. If you are my height, which is 156 centimeters, you can look at the petite section. But for me, because I'm on the thicker side, I cannot get there because most of the time the sizes zapelagu medium, and medium, when you check the hip sizes, like the maximum mostly it's like 99. They hardly ever get into 100s, so I hardly ever look there because I know that I'm not gonna fit into it, so I don't bother myself. And then for skirts, I'm more looking to the 90s. I normally go for a small or a medium, but a medium always disappoints me because it becomes too big on my waist, so I prefer to go for a small. And how I know my measurements is by comparing the clothes that I have already bought from Shein, and I check the measurements, especially the clothes that fit me perfectly. That's what I use as my guide. I also have a measuring tape that I use to measure myself, but honestly speaking, it really doesn't really matter. I wouldn't say you need a measuring tape. I'm not sure if it's gonna help, but yeah, that's how I do it. I hope you find this video helpful, and next time you see something on Shein, go to the size guide and also go through the reviews as well. They'll tell you if something runs big or small. Also check the description if does the material stretch or it doesn't stretch. So just read, man, read. You can get your size just by reading. And I don't get it right all the time, you know, but 9 out of 10 times I get it right, okay, because I go through the measurements, I go through everything I see, and most of the time, okay, 90% of the time, I'll be leaving items that I like behind simply because they're not going to fit me.